Hey guys, it's Kirk with needtosell.com, and we're back at it again with the 5 steps to dispositions for a wholesale deal. A lot of new wholesalers come and they ask a lot about, what do I do once I have a property under contract? I don't have a buyer's list. I don't have anyone that I can reach out to. What do I do? Right? So one of the first things you can do is that you can reach out to realtors. Realtors in the area that have sold properties that look exactly like how yours looks. A lot of realtors have investors in their pockets, right? Some investors don't want to work with anybody but realtors. So they're a good source of finding good buyers. So reach out to realtors in the area, give them a call, be honest. Let them know that you have an assignment of contract that you're looking to assign. Don't say that I have a property. No, you have an assignment of contract, because realtors love disclosure, right? So just be honest up front. It'll save you a world of trouble. Number 1 is reaching out to them. Number 2 is posting on social media platforms. A lot of people post on places like Craigslist. They post in Facebook groups. There's tons that you can find, especially here in Houston. There's over 100 different investment groups that you can go to, and I'm sure it's the same in other cities, right? So reach out, go to those groups, post your deals, but remember, never post the address. Post the details of the deals and have people reach out to you so that way you can vet them and really see if they're actually buyers before you give them any other details about the property or about the deal that you have. So that's 2, social media. 3 would be to reach out to other investment companies or wholesale companies in the area. A lot of times these guys are established. They've been doing the business for a long period of time to where they already have a buyer's list that you can tap into. You may not get the full pie, but 10% of a watermelon is always better than 100% of grape, right? 4 is, if you have time, before even you get the deal or while you have the deal, go out to networking events. There are events going on almost every single day throughout the city, especially here in Houston. If you don't have that many events in your area, make sure that you put it on the schedule when something does come up, so that way you can go out there and you can farm and build your buyer's list that way in person. Handshakes, right? Looking a person in their eye, vetting them in person to see if they're the real deal and if they're actually buying. So just to recap, guys, right? Top 5, calling realtors in the area. 2, social media. 3, JVing with other wholesale companies that are established. 4, going to networking events. And 5, finding your buyers at auction. And to be honest, my favorite is really dealing with realtors. It's interesting because they've already done the hard work for you, right? They've already vetted the buyers. Because one thing about a realtor, they're not gonna work with a buyer that's gonna give them a runaround, right? They're about making money, and they wanna make sure they're dealing with someone that's serious and ready to buy. So that cuts out a lot of the fluff you have to deal with when going through the other channels, right? So my personal favorite is doing that. So the best way to do that is to go to your MLS, which is your multiple listing service for whatever city that you're in. Here in Houston, that's HAR, right? And then you do a radius around, I like to do a 2-mile radius around the property that I have, and I'll pull all the realtors that have represented a buyer that bought investment properties or as-is properties on the market. It's a great way to get buyers. And of course, you have to pay the realtor. It's fine, right? You pay that fee up front, but guess what? Now you have a buyer that you can reach out to at any time when you have more deals, right? So it's a good way to bring people in and make sure that you have quality buyers on your buyers list. Other than that, I'd say my second best one would be to JV with other wholesale companies, because for the same reason, they've already vetted the buyers, right? A lot of these guys have bought deals multiple times, hand over fist with this company. I'd rather deal with somebody like that than to have to play around and figure out if somebody's actually a buyer and if they're actually gonna buy a property from me. Because the name of the game in this business is speed. How fast you can get a contract and how fast you can sell that contract. You don't want to get caught holding something that you can't perform on. So those are my top 2 things. Reach out to a realtor. If that doesn't work, if they don't have any buyers, you don't find any realtors, reach out to other wholesaling companies. I always tell the story about how we did it when we first started. It's what we did. We JV'd. We reached out to one of the top wholesaling companies that at the time, and they JV'd our first 2 deals. They allowed us to make more money on our first deal than we would have made on our own, right? We were looking to make 10 grand on that deal. And what they did, they came in and said, hey, we can actually move this to one of our buyers right now for 40. Let's split it 20-20. And they did it, right? But that opened our minds to, wow, like, you know, there are other people out here that we can utilize. One, bring value to them, and they bring value to us, and it's a win-win for everybody, right? So that, we did our first 2 deals with them, and it basically fast-tracked us in order to build our company, right? Because the funds that we got from those 2 deals that we wouldn't have had otherwise if it wasn't for them, right? Helped us put the systems and processes in place for us to then go get more deals, for us to go build our own buyers list, and for us to get to where we are today. So those are the top 5 things. If you need any other help with dispoing deals, feel free to comment below. Subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna have a lot of content coming to you guys about wholesaling, about fix and flipping, about rentals, all of the above, all things real estate investment. Look forward to bringing some good content to you guys. And always remember, never give up.